Well, I have to say, it's a huge relief to not be sitting in my kitchen to do today's demonstration. Instead, I'd like to welcome you to a nice quiet part of Holyrood Park, which is an incredibly well used green space within the middle of Edinburgh. That plays host to lots of humans walking their dogs, running, picnicking, all sorts of things. But also, I'm delighted to say, has an abundance of species within it. And I have been really grateful to be able to venture out into the park this spring and notice the changes as the migrant birds arrived to nest and the grasses grew denser and taller. And for this demonstration, I want to show you sound drawing, which is a ritual that I have taken on in recent times, and I find it a really great way to engage with the landscape. So I tend to start a session in a new location with some sound drawing, and you're about to see me do that particular exercise. And sometimes the marks that I make to describe the sound will form the basis of a picture or an image, so I'll work on top with something visual, and sometimes they are just an exercise in their own right that I find helps me to get into the right headspace and understand the scope of the landscape and the context of the landscape that I'll be working in. So this is where I'm going to sit, and you're hopefully about to see and hear the wonders of this space. Enjoy. So I hope you enjoyed my sound drawing demonstration. I just wanted to say another couple of things about it, and then I'm going to show you another couple of images that I've made in a similar way, responding to the sound in the landscape. So I've done this exercise a few times with students, and the beauty of it is there is no wrong or right. So you saw in the video that I was making quite intuitive marks, and I think the longer you do it, the more intuitive your marks become, the less self-conscious you become. I tend to document the sound spatially, so if I hear a sound over in the distance that way, I'll make a mark in that corner of the paper. I've seen other people document the sound by time, so they've done quite a linear left to right set of marks, and also some people seem to do quite a circular approach to the sound. So really it's partly a way to experiment with some mark making and engage with something that is not visual, so that your marks can be really intuitive and there is nothing that you're referring to directly as a shape. And also you saw in the video that I had a little toolkit of various materials, and I was trying not to be too conscious of the materials that I picked up. And you also saw that I did have something in both hands, and that's not to try and be snazzy, but it's more because the way that I do the sound tends to be quite spatial, and so it's quite handy to have something in my left hand if there's something to my left that's making a sound, and vice versa. And although it was difficult to get a sense in the recording of all the sounds I was responding to, quite often obviously they overlap, so having two things that you can make simultaneous marks with is quite useful. So I hope you enjoyed it and give it a go. Obviously you don't have to be crouched in your local park, you could just open the window of your flat or house or go out into your garden. I was trying to be as far away from traffic as possible, but obviously traffic and human noise is as valid as a set of noise, and you can make interesting marks in response to that. Give it a go, see what happens, and as I say, I'm just going to leave you with a couple of pieces that show you perhaps a more sustained response to the soundscape of a place. Alright, thank you for listening. Have a good week. I hope that ritual proves inspiring for you, and see you on Friday for Coffee Catch Up.